Hmm. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the bonfire. Here is Andy in the sinking city. It's the third dive in this game, and today I don't know how much I'm limited on time, but I'm in the mood to play. So let's jump to our save without further ado and see what happens to us this time. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Wait a second. Yes, it was yesterday. So yesterday I finished at the point where I was just after a fresh battle. I was fresh after a battle with some monsters. And this time, well, I'm aiming at completing some main quest line, for which I have to go to Oakmont University. Yeah, let's place the compass mark. And also, I hope I'll get more weapons in fast area. Got some experience for that. I feel kinda sad that I so recklessly spent precious weapons for my submachine gun. So let's craft more. Reload the weapon. And yeah, everything else is loaded. So monsters will be waiting for me here. I just want to quickly loot. Nobody? Let's quietly get to this barrel. Now quietly go back. I am not in the mood for fighting yet, because I don't have full health. Strangely, nobody engaged with me. Strange, really strange. I thought they would jump on me like crazy. But, well, yes, they usually take some time before attacking, and, yeah. What about my first aid kits? Only one I have. Well, I might, you know what? I might travel back to my hotel and get some health points there. Not health points, but some first aid kit. And yeah, let's maybe go to the hotel. Hey, what's your problem, man?
No, please, no. Don't shoot me, mister.
Immediately cured, you see?
He's mad. He's completely...
And also he calls me mad after what we saw. That's outright insane, but fine. So, let's travel to our Devil's Reef hotel and loot around. After that, I'm going back to finding Oakmont University. Some shell castings and gunpowder out of my way. Then inside my room.
The door won't budge.
My room, yes, there has to be. No. It has to be first aid kit, yeah. Then where do I loot for? Not here, I think. What was that? What's that? Insanity spreading. In recent days, Oakmont has experienced odd outbreaks of sudden madness. They seem to be spreading throughout the city, seemingly at random, though witnesses report seeing university scientists at the location of the outbreaks. Dr. Philip Grant of St. Mary's Hospital believes it is all due to a peculiar kind of helminth infestation that apparently originated somewhere around the university. He advises citizens not to neglect their health and to visit the hospital for a highly effective anti-helminthic treatment at the first signs of disease. So insanity is spreading because we saved the scientists from the bottom of the sea, from the seabed. That was, of course, a controversial decision, but I don't think you will disagree with me if I say that to leave 3 half-sane people at the sea bottom is, well, cruel and very inhuman. So I couldn't have acted differently, you know. Right, perfect. I think I've collected everything I could. Yeah, nothing to take here. And only 2 rooms on the 3rd floor. Right, I've replenished my supplies. Let's get a shot of medicine. Mhm. And now, in almost full health, I'm going to University of Oakmont. Probably I'll be going from here, the Shells West. Now, I need to travel in what direction? Yeah, I need to go forward. And then turn right. Wait a second. There is an infested area here. Okay, I'll have to save my game. I'm exactly in the infested area. I can't believe that. Monsters are strangely not attacking me. Why? Am I immune to monsters? Is it actually a... Yes, apparently it is. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, you see? There are monsters. Here. Don't remember if they shoot anything. No, they don't. And strangely... this symbol indicates that I'm in the infested area. Right. Should I try and dispatch it to get some experience? Maybe yes. One shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, 5 shots, 7 shots, 6. Sorry, 6, of course. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Can I shoot that one? 2. 3, 4. You won't get me, you monster. 4. Missed. 5. And 6. Right. Probably I was shooting better last time. Can't really shoot when it's jumping like that. Perfect. That was another one. Can I shoot the 3rd? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the shovel. Right, can I loot something? Because I've spent all my bullets on those freaking monsters. Maybe I can find something. No, empty. Something in those cars. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Now, can I craft more? That's maximum. Let's check if I can grab something else. Cordite. I have cordite. I can make more grenades. Should I run away already? Perfect. What's that? Some path to where? I don't like this because that looks like a dead end. Hey, can I get in? I don't think so. Some boxes here to get over them. And there aren't new monsters, so I can go away already. That wasn't really bad, you know. I got some ammunition, I got some experience. Insanity spreading, skills. Almost got to my level, to my next level, so let's just proceed. I wonder where you have to aim at with those monsters. Infested area? What? Where? Am I in the area? No, I'm not. I'm safe, I guess. Yes, I'm safe. Great. So, let's see if I can shoot something else here. Or I can maybe loot for that small chest standing there. Careful. Perfect. Success. Nobody crawled out of the hose. Okay. Let's loot this one. Empty. Still nothing spawned. Anyway. University somewhere there. And I need to look for the fast travel point. It's there. Also checking for inhabited places, but I don't see any doors marked with that sign. Perfect. Now this fast travel point and the university. Oakmont University. Some people here. Hey. Hey, sir, can I help you?
Wendell sent you to deliver me the books, right?
No. You must have me confused with someone else.
Oh, excuse me. I'm just worried for the fate of these tomes. It's been a week without news from Wendell. Maybe you can help me. I'd reward you, of course.
Okay, what's the problem?
Why not? What can I do?
Oh, marvelous. Let's get acquainted then. Samuel Hopes, honorary member of Altera Par's book club.
Charles Reed, Private Eye.
Good, good. Listen, we're missing 3 rare books. One was taken for restoration while the other 2 were being studied. I asked Wendell to contact all parties, but he's gone quiet. Here's our records. Please, retrieve the tomes. They're so very valuable.
Why are they so valuable?
They're the 3rd, 7th, and 9th tomes written by the humble servant. The collection of all 11 books is our most prized possession. The author's real name is a mystery, but we know that he was an Oakmonter for sure.
Okay, I'm on it. Bye.
So that's another case, another mission. I don't remember how long is that, so I'll start doing that a bit later. After I got all my weapons in my hands. For now I only have 3 out of 5. So a bit later. Now I believe this should be the entrance. No, it's closed for maintenance.
Welcome to the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
Tell me about this flask.
You recognize this bottle? You know where it comes from?
Sorry. We have hundreds of bottles like this in the university.
Fine. I need to know what's in it. Any suggestions?
You need an analysis. Well, I'm sure someone from the Department of Medicine can help there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook. You know where I can find him?
You're the one bringing him the specimen?
Specimen?
Oh, never mind. He's in the Department of Medicine. Let me show you.
You have a good day.
Goodbye, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whoa. This person dropped the book, and the book has vanished in the air, like most things in the city. Right. Department of Medicine. Now I'm changing my direction of running. Go into that department.
Extra, extra. All
Can I
the
get the
news that's fit to
newspaper?
print. Buy a paper, mister.
Strange. Strange. I wish I could buy newspapers here. You know, many years ago, Arcanum was released, and a person who was standing there with those newspapers could easily sell you one, or 2 coins, or 2 pieces of gold. I don't remember what kind of currency was in Arcanum. I think it was just... gold, just coins, yeah. Anyone to interact with? No, nobody wants to talk. Right, Department of Medicine. Here we have again Throgmorton. EOD is banned. To all staff and students of the University of Oakmont, henceforth any mention of the Everyone's Obvious Duty organization, also known as EOD, its symbolics, current and or past members, as well as espousing their beliefs, is forbidden on university grounds on pain of dismissal and or expulsion. The administration has received numerous reports of EOD activity and outreach disguised as so-called charity work throughout our university and all over Oakmont. This dangerous activity has reached epidemic proportions and cannot be tolerated. Administration of the Board of Trustees. Oxy, hi, welcome. I hope you read my message yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't manage to answer on the stream, but I think I caught up with you just in some minutes later. Floor, the second offices, the first reception, basement, laboratory. So let's talk to this guy.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Oakmont University Department of Medicine. I'm Samuel.
Charles Reed, private investigator. I have a few questions if you don't mind. You recognize this bottle? Maybe you could tell me what's inside.
That's one of our lab bottles. We have a lot of them. As for what's inside, I'd need to run some tests.
Yeah, could you do that for me?
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day I could get right to it, but we're, somewhat hindered right now.
What's up?
Our lab is crawling with, well, creatures. Professor Westerbrook's research is a little unconventional, and something went wrong. Really wrong.
So, if I do a little pest control for you, you'll run those tests for me. For free?
Our budget is tight. You'd be helping the cause of science, Mr. Reed. Isn't that enough?
Oh, I guess science could help itself.
All right. Yes, you solve our problem, and I'll run the test for you. Off the books. Here's the key for the basement.
All right. So it's so cold here. It was -8 during night. I'm using blanket while watching you. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, blanket, it sounds very cozy. And, you know, I'm from Siberia, and now, currently, I was told by my students, it's -25 in my home city. In St. Petersburg, where I'm now, it's, I think, around, what, like 0? Maybe not 0. Yeah, -1 it is. But yeah, in my home city, it's -25 and much colder. But about the blanket, yeah, it's not insane. Come on. 25 is not insane. 35, we usually have 30, 35 sometimes in the winter. And well, I can walk in this temperature. It's actually quite nice because there aren't many people outside. And then if you go to the river, for example, we have a very big river there in Krasnoyarsk, in my home city, and the air is so cold that you can kind of hear it ringing. It's really, well, wonderful feeling. And so in the autumn or in the spring, sometimes when we still don't have central heating turned on,
Won't budge.
I just open windows, then I turn on the radiator, and I sit next to it, streaming or working, and I feel like I'm at the bonfire because I love bonfires. So I almost envy you now because I feel kind of hot now, and I would love to have some, well, coolness outside, and yeah, so. But I hope you don't get cold, and don't get air cold as well. Some monsters are waiting for us. Oh my god, I missed the shot. That was a very sudden turn. Why? I got freaking beast. I'll kill you with my shovel. That's the second, the third. Yeah, that's it. What's this? First aid kit. Let's use it immediately. I think I might, yeah, find it really helpful. At this point, some journal. What's that?
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Experiment log part 1. March the 2nd, I have finally received a living specimen. Sadly, it's only the smallest one. The grunts call it Mr. Handsome, but I think it needs a proper name. March the 3rd, was thinking about the name for the specimen all night. I've begun a series of experiments on the creature. So far, it has proven exceptionally resistant to all the poisonous substances at my disposal, as well as acid and electrocution. Its shrieking, though, is bound to haunt me. March the 5th. Last night I had a vision. Thousands of hands wrapped around me as a blanket, and I heard the name inside my head. Stygian Harvester. It's rare for us for temperature to drop below 0 in the winter during day. In the night, average during winter is -2, and only in January. Yeah, I think your weather must be something like... Oh my god. Charles Reed is hallucinating massively. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's take my Tommy gun just in case. So, let's save the game. So, I was in Budapest, and that was exactly, what, November, December, and the temperature didn't go below, I think, 5 degrees Celsius, 5 above 0. And then I came back home at the end of December, and I kept in touch with my colleagues from Budapest, and in January, at the beginning of January, we had -40 in my home city, and I think in Budapest it was still 0, and I was like, wow, what a difference. And we were laughing about that while I was there. Like, I came to the sessions, to the classes, and I was like, well, today is a wonderful weather. And my coach asked, like, do you call this wonderful? Like, +10 only? And we all have to wear autumn jackets. And I was like, yeah, it's amazing, because back home it's like -15 and everything is snowy. And in Budapest in November and at the beginning of December, there was an open shop with flowers. I mean, a street shop with flowers. It's mind-blowing. I mean, in my city and in Russia mostly, it's just, well, inconceivable to imagine a flower shop in the street, not in the summer. It's, well, it's just impossible, outright impossible. You all below +6 is cold. Yeah, we I think have different climate background and yeah. In Krasnoyarsk, temperatures change from +35 in the summer to -35 in the winter, and you can go to some places, like more northern places. Their temperatures go below 50, 60, 70, -70. Well, that's closer to the North Pole. You know, there are some settlements where people of the far north live, and trucks are sent to deliver them some fruit, some products, you know. And when it's -50 or 55, trucks can still drive. But when it's -60 or 70, if they stop, they they mustn't continue driving, because I was told there was a case where a bunch of trucks had night, and at night the temperatures dropped to -70, and in the morning one driver still went to his driver's cabin and started his engine, and the cabin fell off because, well, metal couldn't resist the frost. And so the others who waited until it was -50, they were fine, but he had this collapsing car. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun there. I don't live in that extreme climate region. I mean, didn't live in that extreme climate region, but, well, you can imagine life is very interesting there. Do you have permafrost in ground? No, 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 no. Permafrost is like much further to the north. It's well, much further. The city where I'm from is, well, by our terms, an absolute normal city. I mean, it's like in Scandinavian countries, like in Canada, you know. Just like winter is winter. It's cold, cold, dark, long, and but that's believed to be absolutely normal. Nobody gets surprised about that.
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Well, is it dead? I am kind of suspicious about it. Well, feels like it is dead, but I have a suspicion it might get alive. I don't remember. Oh, 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 oh. Why is it bloody? I have a suspicion it might get up at some point. Hmm. More supplies. Any more journals?
Some serious equipment they've got here. Oakmont University is clearly well funded.
Am I supposed to collect anything else? Oh, there is another journal. I'm gonna save the game here. Experiment log part 2, March the 10th. With these pesky limitations removed, I can finally continue my experiments unhindered. Need to know more. The specimen remained alive even with half of its internal organs removed. It's fascinating. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough in biology as we know it. March the 15th. I developed a way to reanimate the tissue even in one that's been dead for weeks. This is monumental. The possibilities of it, the implications. Does this hint at something hidden, some trait present inside other creatures, and perhaps even ourselves? I'll need to find volunteers. I don't remember if this thing gets up. Is it really dead?
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Is it really dead? That's the question. Maybe I'm just supposed to look at this thing, right? Like, to understand that they exist in this game and be ready for some encounter in the future. Could be this case.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Alright, I'm spending too much time here. Let's go away. Let's go away and report the successful resolution of the case.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor. Now we can get things up and running again.
Okay. I've done my part. Here's the bottle. Now you run those tests.
Yes. Wait here. It shouldn't take long.
Mm-hmm.
We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
Who's got access to where the poison's stored?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
All right. This is serious. I'll help you. Here's the key, but please don't disturb the professor's things.
I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that, once revealed, will benefit all humankind.
Some secret should stay buried, 6 feet under.
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why. It's about what if.
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine. His biochemistry studies are second to none. Worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
I'll see you later.
Think I'm kinda remembering family trouble, but of course I won't spoil. A lot of supplies. Look, that's very pleasant. Anything here? No, not really. Okay, I can craft more. I can craft more weapons, bullets. I mean, for my revolver, and now for my pistol. Huh? No, run out of gunpowder. I almost got my level up. Lore, bestiary, experiment, log, part 1 and 2, casebook. The man who broke into the EOD fish storage is somehow connected to the university. I need to visit the university. A key to the second floor of the Department of Medicine and Mind Palace. Westerbrook has access to poison. EOD ranks are swelling. Could it be connected to the guard is afraid of Anna? No. These are not connectable. This one cannot be connected to anything, I guess, but let's just check. No. Those are 4 unrelated pieces. And assigned reading. Yeah, we know this quest will be done later. So I'm going upstairs to the offices that belong to professors, and I'm expecting no monsters here, I think. Yeah. Closed for maintenance. Professor Edwin Westerbrook. Oh. Nice. More weapons. More inventory. Oh, it's full. My pistol rounds are full. Westerbrook. Cavendish. Some drawing of anatomy. Authorized personnel only. Alright, let's get started. Let's inspect this first room. EOD is banned. I know, I'll go there. Draft of an article. Brothers and sisters, crossed out, too familiar. My fellow Americans, crossed out. They're Americans too. Citizens of Oakmont, how much longer will we put up with those fish-faced bast, crossed out. Those sea freaks, crossed out. How much longer will we put up with this? Those K-forsaken degenerates who call themselves the EOD, crossed out. So there was a person who was really not happy with the EOD. Rotate.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
Right. Mind Palace. So, am I missing something? No, not really. Cavendish. Okay.
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
What next? Should I? No. Let's go to our main palace. George Cavendish made a spare key. Connected with this, I guess. Yeah. George Cavendish, a professor at Oakmont University, is the poison thief. He made himself a copy of the key to the poison locker. According to his student, he lives somewhere in Advent. Oh, I've missed a huge message. I'm so interested in heating systems in villages around your city. I did one for a small additional house for my father, where we have some kind of stove with boiler of 7 liters connected to 2 radiators, which heat some 50 square meters to 19-20 degrees Celsius, and I use 2 tons of wood and coal. Smallest calorically input of all coals and 4 cubic meters of wood during whole winter for him. So, as far as I know, well, in Russia, it's, as you can imagine, vital to have central heating, and most houses in cities are heated with, central radiators, which use hot water, and they are turned on somewhere in October, sometimes even earlier in September if it's too cold, and they are turned off somewhere in the spring, depending on the city. And, well, yeah, like within some urban area, you don't really need anything extra. Well, some houses, I mean, some blocks of flat could be cold, and I mean colder than average. And in this case, you need some radiator, some portable radiator, some portable heater. Yeah. Then some people have summer houses, something we call dacha. I think you probably have met this word before. So like a country house, and there, of course, well, everyone has their own ideas. Like it's probably a classical old stove, maybe it's a fancy new stove with some glass screen to see the fire, fireplaces, electric radiators, and if we're talking about houses where people live all the time, like not something like a garden house, then definitely it's something that you're talking about, like some boiling system, a huge machine. It usually takes up a room, and my granduncle has such a house with this machine there, and I think he uses black coal for that. Yeah. So methods are different. The same as for our cities. I speak about village. Yeah. It depends on I think it depends on income, depends on what people prefer, I guess, and depends on the village. Like it could be some forsaken old village that used to be something like an important place in the past, but now anymore, now no longer relevant. And there are villages that are just they're like places with townhouses, so they are very freshly built, and there people have the best modern solutions. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I personally kind of like classical old school stoves because they're so atmospheric and cozy. Yeah. So let's inspect further. Oh, the note. Note from Professor Westerbrook. This is absurd. It's been 5 months and they still haven't finished repairing my office. I'm done sitting in the corridor like some kind of waiter. I won't step foot into this building again until the works are finished, or you give me Cavendish's office. You tell that to the board. I'm through with this farce. Westerbrook. All evidence collected. Cool. We are finished here. And why can't I open this room here? Maybe there is some way to... No, I'm sure there's a way. Why is it closed? Maybe there is somebody hiding behind. Okay. I'll discover that later. George Cavendish, a professor at Oakmont University, is the poison thief. Thief. We know that already. Correspondence, documents, and I have one knowledge point. I think I'm going with my initial plan to increase the amount of possible rounds that I can carry. And I am stupid, I have to go upstairs again because there was that box with extra revolver rounds. 2, exactly. What can't I carry anymore? Bottles of alcohol. I'm such a hoarder.
Can you fill me in? Of course. There's some kind of cure for ricin?
I'm afraid not. Once it's in your system, it's a death sentence.
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with ricin?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold. But over several days, well, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and death. It's not a pleasant way to die.
I'll see you later.
I guess we can safely proceed to our next steps. Same we have in village something we call katao or kettle, big machine with water boiler and pipes around house connected to radiators. It's actually mini central heating for every house. Yes, 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 exactly. It's a wonderful machine. I mean, you know, if you have been playing some games made in America, for example, well, most of the market actually. So I'm sure you've seen such things in games, but when you see that live, like in my granduncle's house, it's a real monster robot. I mean, it looks so respectful, so meditative, because it's churning its skull, and it's very, very magnetizing, tranquilizing, not tranquilizing. It's really mesmerizing to observe that machine in action, and I was quite in awe looking at that boiler. So I understand why you could be interested, to say the least. Yeah, so where do we go now from this point? I think we have to locate his whereabouts, and to do that we might need to consult with Oakmont City Hall. I think the records where people are located can be found in the City Hall. So that's where my path now lies. And I'll be going along this street, then turn right. Hoping to find some fast travel points on my way. Who lives here? This place doesn't really look friendly. Was this a street? Yeah, that's the outside. And you can walk through the house. Right, let me inspect the area. This one is Reed Heights, right? And if it is Reed Heights, it could be something from Mystic Tomes. Coverside, Advent, Grimhaven Bay, Reed Heights, Communion Road, and Museum Avenue. Is it this one? No, it's about this one, I guess. Yeah, so it's not the location we're looking at. Old Grove, and then Salvation Harbor. Yeah, Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Is it the one? Oak Street, I see. Innsmouth Road? Where is it? Innsmouth, this one. Oak Street and Bourbon Road, this one. No, it's not about the hidden book. Alright, let's inspect letters from Oakmont then. Maybe it's here. Coverside, Advent, Old Grove, Shells, Lumber Street, Hillock Street, and Bullock Street. Not the place we're standing at. Near the crossing of Baker, Ward, and Avon Streets. Well, sounds kinda... I'm looking for the Ward Street. Where is it? Ward Street. Oh, here it is. And Baker Street is this one. So it's not the location I'm at again. Washington Street, Avon, and Oak Street. Yeah, It's terrible fetus place. Yeah, so well, I'm saving the game because I'm expecting monsters to fall on my head and wait a second, my revolver isn't at maximum. Let's craft more and prepare the gun for some attack. What's inside? I'm interested in old Russian village stoves, which I watched in movies on which top villagers will sleep to heat themselves. It's made of stone or brick, I think. Those old villages from Лиса Прекрасная times. Well, you don't have to travel to the times of Vasilisa Прекрасная, and I think you can still find such huge stoves even now in many places. You just need to go far enough. I think I haven't seen one myself, or maybe I just don't remember, because my father is from a village and his mother still lives, well, my grandmother still lives in this house, very old house, and I think she has kind of this stove, but I don't remember. I don't think anyone sleeps there because there are more convenient places to sleep on. But yeah, I think it's like all over the place. As soon as you go to some real old school village, well, here you go. It's very possible. And well, yeah, we call them pech. It's a verb, like to cook, to bake, to roast. So it's like pech, and it's also a noun, which is a synonym to stove. So it's pech, pechka. Pech is the dictionary word, and pechka is like, we had this conversation with you about glazik, so pechka is the same style, like a soft name. Soft, but not something smaller. Yeah. Oh, you also call them. Is it also pitch? Like, do you pronounce? I've forgotten. Do you pronounce C as ch? Mm-hmm. I think I remember this location. The last time I played this game, the fight never happened. But look at these bloody stains. Like you have all the reasons to expect a fight with something horrible, but well, maybe that was a glitch, and maybe something will fall on my head and I will fall from my chair afterwards. Yeah, who knows. The ambient is absolutely blood curdling. Next floor. The balcony to feel some respite. 2 doors to the balcony. And another, oh, you see, another bunch of stains. And then you can climb up. Anything here? CW, my dearest comfort. If my scrawl is an illegible scribble, forgive me. The shock of what I have delivered from the poor young woman's womb has affected my nerves. Her guttural screams still ring in my ears, and her birth tragedy lurks near where I hide. Had my attendant not been attacked first, I would have certainly shared her fate. The wriggling abomination that erupted from the waif's belly, leapt from her body and attached itself to the nurse's throat with a wet smacking sound. Pulled behind it, the taut umbilical cord tore out of the placenta in an eruption of bright blood that soaked my gown. Stunned, I looked into the mother's bulging eyes as she convulsed, and bit off her tongue between clenched grinning teeth. Falling backward in horror, crawled behind the medical cabinet in the operation theater. I can now hear the slosh and movement of the afterbirth sliding across the floor as the terrible infant silently approaches. I write this account on my surgical mask with the sturdy pen you gifted me last year near the Oakmont Commons. May it now serve faithfully as my only weapon against the deformed babe. Sincere thanks, Sebastian. Pronounce like you accept middle E. E is more E than A. In your language, one sign have one sound there. No, there is no. Wait a second. Like you accept middle E is more E than A. In our language, one sign have one sound there is no. R like it's like a single symbol, one sound every time the same. Well, I'm trying to get it, but nah, I'm not sure I get that for now. One sign have one sound, there is no. R like air. I think Twitch also made it more difficult because I don't think you wanted to put this pirate emoji onto the chat, right? It was supposed to be some symbol and then a bracket, but now I see that emoji with the pirate face, and it totally it totally confuses me, and I don't know what you have to put there to have this pirate face. So it's R and really Twitch is crazy. Well, Twitch chat. Error. It's not only error. I see. I see. Am I expecting a fight here? Nothing here. And this wheelchair. I remember I was wondering last time I played, where is the doctor's body? Where is the body of the fetus? And where is the body of the nurse? And of course, this body is the mother. Oh no, no, it's the fetus itself. And the doctor probably killed that monster with the pen and then left. But where are the two other bodies? I don't understand. Very strange. Well, that's actually nice that we now have managed to complete at least one quest of that bunch of quests. And how do I go down? I guess this one is the stairs. Perfect. Got some experience out of that. Got some loot. Nobody tried to kill me, at least for now. Nobody did, and I can safely come back to the street, away from this horror. Yeah, and here I am. Here I am. Yeah, I need to go to the boat, and let's switch the. How do I put the marker that I have finished this one? Ah, yeah, this one has been finished. Perfect. Lore, letters from Oakmont. What's that? Oh my god, again another fight. Hey man, calm down. Calm down. It's enough. It's enough. Oh look, this one is a perfect example of some magic fight. He doesn't touch him, but the man is hit. Look. Wow. I know. These are actors. You know, those who help make Hollywood movies. They imitate being punched, being kicked, and so these two guys are just practicing. They're trying to build a career in Hollywood, and so I think they're gonna make it eventually because they're so good. Well, I think this guy is gonna make it because this one is only punching, and so how will he... Well, actually he's very realistically punching for somebody who is hitting air, and this guy also can be a voice actor because, well, he imitates being hurt so well. Yeah. Justin, welcome, welcome again. Nice to see you. I haven't finished reading the message. Like C in English is C, while in my language is one sound S. So one sound S, not two sounds S and S and E. See. Right, I understand. Well, phonetics in all languages is always very complex. Very... and unfortunately very different always. So do I go to... yeah, I go to this pier and run to the town hall. Another burglar who is lost in textures. Hey man, you are... you might want to look at your feet. You have a bigger problem than this door. Hey, you know, your feet are lost. Your feet are stuck. You are from Bethesda. Oh. Yes, you are from Bethesda. Don't be so frustrated, unfortunately. And judging from your face, you are who?
What a drop.
Well, let's think. I'm gonna follow him for some time. Who might this be? Maybe somebody from Morrowind, because apparently he has been affected by that a newspaper. Well, maybe not from Morrowind, because those guys were mostly... well, okay, Ashlanders were not really literate, but maybe this one is from Talvany House, right? He is from... yeah, he's a mage, and that's how he got through the stairs, through the steps. Hey, stop. Alright, let him be. I was thinking, can I find some fast travel point around here? Of course, there is the city hall, but yeah, finally. The fast travel point is looming in the distance, but not very far. And here we go. Advent West. And now the town hall. In the town hall, I don't remember if I'm gonna meet somebody. What? Ah, I see. I was too impolite again. Hit somebody. Let's save the game here and talk to the lady.
Yes, yes, I haven't got all day. What do you want?
Just wanted to say hi. I'm new in town.
Oh, how nice for you. If you need to look anything up in our archives, get in line like everybody else.
There is no line.
Get in line? I'm the only one here. Well, I guess that means I'm first then. So, I can just go look up what I need.
Don't sass me, young man. Next time there could be a line here, and you'll get no special treatment.
Bye.
Perfect example of a bureaucrat. Right, archive. Subjects. No, I need... yes, this one. Subjects. Citizens. Records. And Advent. Perfect. George Cavendish profile. Date of birth January the 26th, 1883. Place of birth Oakmont, Mass. Place of residence Oakmont, Mass. Oh, that's, I guess, Massachusetts. Advent Central, Saint Michael, sorry, Saint Michael's Road, between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street, flat number 2. Occupation, Professor of Biology, Department of Medicine, Oakmont University, civil status, divorced. Nice. And now we know his whereabouts. Let's locate him. Advent Central, between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street. In Cape Town, South Africa, I lived exactly in the Constitution Street. Carpenter Street, St. Michael's Road. So must be somewhere here. And I now can leave the archives. The archives. The city hall, I mean. The town hall or the city hall, I don't remember. City hall, yeah. Oakmont thinks it's a city. I don't know if it deserves this name, but taking into account how much time we spent running around, it is a city, but simultaneously taking into account that we spent much time running around, not going by taxi or plane or buses or trains, it is a town. So maybe they're kinda, well, thinking too high of themselves. I don't remember what's there. Some building, but I don't remember what kind of. Well, I'll get there anyway at some point in the game, so I shouldn't worry about that. I'm nearing the location, I understand, but which one? This door? Uh-huh. I guess yes. My revolver.
The door won't budge.
I see he is in the second apartment. Nothing here, strangely. Nothing to kill. I see. Hiding somewhere. I can't carry anymore.
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
What do we have here? Paintings. What? What's that?
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
Newspaper issue March. Going, gone. Body count rises as vanishings continue across Oakmont. Locals are in a panic, with most of the reported disappearances occurring in the Shells, Salvation Harbor, and Grimhaven Bay. Captain Caleb Lyons of the Oakmont Police has put out a call for information. Our evidence suggests a link between these disappearances and the charity organization EOD that has recently risen to prominence among the city's poor, said Lyons. Most of the victims seem to have either joined the group or been a recipient of their alms. We encourage anyone with information to come forward. The Chronicle reminds readers to avoid any suspicious newcomers, especially in-smouthers, and to remain at home during evening hours. Stay alert.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive
What's
investigation.
that? The professor's fact list. Westerbrook usually has his lunch about 2:30. Get some soap. Anna always stays at the fish market. She shouldn't learn about me. New hauls of fish arrive every 2 days. An ounce per box will be enough. The guard spends most of his time on the second floor during the night. Think about a way to divert suspicions from Westerbrook. Don't want him to come to any harm. Don't forget to return the flask to the storage. Think about plan B.
And the EOD is in the center of all of it.
Anything else I can learn from around? Nope. Nothing here. So I understand I only need to break the... What's that?
The door won't budge.
I loved you. I always loved you.
So what next? No, I don't remember. Well... Ah.
A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here.
So what am I supposed to do now? Save the game, I guess. Nothing here. Let's look at the lore. Casebook. Mind Palace. Nothing. Maybe something I missed in the sitting. Not really. Nope. What am I forgetting? 1, 2. Oh. Yeah, this one. I've missed this one. Newspaper issue February. Disturbance in the shells as fighting breaks out between locals and Innsmouthers. The cause of the conflict appeared to be the disappearance of several women, with locals accusing a group of Innsmouthers of the crime. The Oakmont police continue to investigate the vanishings, but as yet, the case remains unsolved. One source from the shells reports that traces of fish scales and seaweed were found in multiple victims' homes, which seems to have precipitated the fight. New Mind Palace clue. Oh, perfect. EOD suspected crimes. EOD ranks are swelling. The guard is afraid of Anna, and a secret chamber. The EOD has much more going on than charity organizations. They're dirty, I know it. Whatever they're up to isn't good. These are not connectable. Let's now recreate the scene.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine. Mine!
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
George?
I don't care what
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I'm back. Right, you should explain yourself.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both of us.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this how?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Like, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
Keep talking. Now, what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
I remember I was really puzzled with this quest because I don't think he deserves to die because, well, I understand his point. I mean, he's a maniac, that's clear, but at the same time he is trying to fight with some criminals, and he has chosen quite an extreme instrument to kill innocent people to show that the criminals are criminals and he's no better than them. And at the same time, I can say I need a favor in exchange. I don't know what that favor is. So I disagree with him. So for his crime, law probably would prescribe capital punishment in some countries. So maybe we should go with this option.
You're a madman, Cavendish. You're willing to let innocent people suffer and die just to get revenge on your ex-wife. No, this madness has to stop. And I'm gonna put an end to it right now.
Oh, no, no. You don't understand. Ha!
Well, I don't want to kill him. Can I just run away?
The door won't...
No, I cannot. Mr. Cavendish, please. Oh. Okay, what if I go with I need help from you? I just want to inspect the options because that's just madness. Outright mad. What? Ah, that was an autosave, of course. After I killed him, the game saved itself. What is happening? Can I load something? Yeah, I guess this one has to be. Ah, I know. I can't appear anywhere apart from some... Yes. I will always load at the phone booth. That's the preset, the default option. I can't appear anywhere else. Well, thankfully I'm not far from... Or am I? No, I'm actually quite far from his house, which is very, very unpleasant, but... Damn, you play like me, I also can't kill easy in the game. Well, no, never, yes, I totally get you, Oxy. It's hard to play people, to kill people who are, well, not innocent, but well, killing is a strange option always. So, where am I? Ah, very close actually. Very, very close to the location. Now, here we go. Look at that statue standing there. What? Tag from baby carriage. If you want it, take it, it's free. Alright. Yeah, I remember. So this one was the
George?
first.
I can't live like this anymore.
I don't care what...
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
Okay.
One,
George?
two,
I can't live
I
like
said
this anymore.
two.
I don't care what
Three.
your...
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed
I have to save the game here.
by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was
Yeah,
not his,
I
but
also want to see and
blessed by
hear
the
everything.
sea and claimed
I'll
by
see the second
EOD.
choice.
This caused their split.
I want to skip the cutscene now. Hey. Skip.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Easy there. It's not...
Hold...
What reason? Who is Anna to you?
And then... She...
Is it the only way? Blessed by the
What
sea?
are you... That cave-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call deep ones.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Take our women, and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
So, how do you know that?
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah, perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
So what's your next move?
I
Keep...
poised.
Okay, I need a favor in exchange.
Your agent inside the EOD. Is he fairly high up the ranks?
Ah, I see where this is going. You need something from the EOD too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the EOD, he'll know it. It's a win-win situation.
Alright, look. I'm gonna need to think about this.
Of course. But don't be too long. I'm going to need an answer before I let you go. I hope you can understand why.
I have to think. And then, only then I can go. And so, he wants me to poison fish. Poisoning was a sabotage. Not connectable to this one, to this one, to this one. Aha. George Cavendish poisoned the fish to undermine the EOD's charitable operations. Now, what else? Anna Cavendish is a zealous servant of EOD and she will follow any instruction without hesitation. Now I have two deductions which I can develop. This is better choice if you ask me. Which one is the better choice? To poison fish or to kill him? Mind Palace. A desperate savior. George Cavendish became desperate after EOD robbed him of his wife. He is determined to save others from the same fate. George Cavendish is a dangerous psychopath who won't hesitate to kill innocents to achieve his goals. Or this one. Anna Cavendish is covering up the EOD's shady ambition to take over the city. Anna Cavendish does an honest charity work for the people of Oakmont on behalf of EOD. No, of course, she is a filthy liar. And George Cavendish is a dangerous psychopath. And so I don't have any leads from here. But if I choose desperate savior... No, I don't want to help him. He's a dangerous psychopath. And, well, that brings us to no deduction. Like, no final deduction. But I wonder what will happen if I have it this way. You don't need to not kill him. You don't need to poison fish. Okay, let's try and do that.
So, have you made up your mind?
I'll help lie. Oh, alright.
I've thought about your proposition. Your methods stink, and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a threat, and I'm not gonna help them anymore. I'm in.
You're doing a great favor for this city, Mr. Reed. Never doubt that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Remind me what it is I have to do.
You need to poison the fresh haul of fish at the EOD storage. It's heavily guarded, but you'll figure out something, I've no doubt. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address and some ricin. Be very careful with it.
Yeah, will do. I'm not quite ready to die yet.
I can report George. Key evidence collected. EOD fish storage. Hey, what about key evidence collected again? All evidence collected. Perfect. Perfect. So the area has to be green now. Yes. This one has to be deleted. What are we doing now? On the order she bought a child. Yeah. Request. Full flask of ricin. And I know for a fact that the poisoner is George Cavendish. I can now report this to Anna at the fish market. And George Cavendish gave me a full flask of ricin and asked me to dose a new haul of fish in the EOD's fish storage. He needs this in order to accomplish his goal to undermine EOD's influence in Oakmont. In exchange, he promised to connect me with his contact inside EOD. The fish storage is in the Western Shells on Hawking Lane between Warren Road and Liberty Road. After that, I'll need to meet him at the corner of Hawking Lane and Liberty Road near the storage. So, what do? I think we have to be very careful with each our step now. I want to go to the fish market and talk to Anna, I guess. And after that, something will probably get more clear. I took the same choice. The problem I also had is that I didn't know I can lie, and that is why sometimes I have problems. Yeah, my first playthrough, I guess I didn't connect the deductions before I had the final conversation with him, and the option about lying didn't emerge. And so I only had to kill him or to agree with his monstrous plan. And, well, I had no choice but to dispatch him, and then that was a very, very bad deed as well. And it's also funny that Charles Reed himself told Anna, like, I'm no... my god, another Bethesda worker. So he himself told her, like, I'm no hitman, like, you can't hire me to assassinate people. And immediately after, here he is like, I'm gonna kill you because you're a madman. And it's really inconsistent from our Charlie's perspective, and I wonder what he thinks about that. Right, I'm almost done running. I was just trying to find one more fast traveling point, but I understand it's probably it was somewhere here, but now I don't want to come back. I'll instead run to the one that we used to come here. Another bot has arrived. Let's block the user. Yesterday I had maybe two bots. Well, one bot and one person who wanted me to say some, I guess, bad language in his or her language, and this one is this traditional trick on Twitch or on YouTube. I don't know why those people think it's funny, because it's, well, it's not funny, it's not fun, it's... I don't know, probably they don't know what to watch, and so they just bother people around. Oh.
Choose wisely.
So, here is Anna, and I'm going to save the game into a new slot, just in case.
Fresh fish?
Yeah, fresh
Take
fish.
as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
I know who the poisoner is. What will happen?
I found your poisoner.
See, bless you, Charlie. Thank goodness. Who is it?
Well, that's the peculiar part. It's your ex-husband, George Cavendish.
Oh. So that son of a rotten shark finally decided to show up. We'll find him. Then I'll have a word with him in person. Still, it's strange. I never thought he'd have the guts to do something like this. He was always a pushover.
You're oddly calm.
You're taking this remarkably well for a woman who just found out her ex-husband is a poisoner.
He's nobody to me. The EOD is my family now, and we serve a higher purpose than he could ever grasp. My life finally has meaning. And now, we're going to relieve him of the burden of his miserable existence. You've done us all a great service, Charlie.
All right. No more messing around. Get me in touch with your Grand Poobah or whoever's in charge, now.
Easy there, Charlie. I'm a woman of my word. Go to the basement of the fish market. It's nearby. You'll find an innsmouther there by the name of Maurice. Tell him I've sent you. You'll get your answers.
About time.
I reported George to Anna, so that probably means that he will be slaughtered. Let's save the game here. Can I give a name to this save? No, I cannot. Now let's load the game from here. And instead go to the fish storage and see what happens if we don't poison it, but just mess around. I don't know. Is there any, well, logic in such actions? Revolver, just in case. So, Daryl, what will happen if I talk to you now? Hello.
Hello again, Daryl. I serve the sea.
Sea be praised, Mr. Reed. Good to see you again.
What's up, first of all?
How's it going?
Still guarding this old piece of drock, as you can see.
Mind if I go inside?
Sure, no problem with that. Stay as long as you want.
Daryl, listen to me carefully. If you want to keep breathing, you gotta skip town. Now. You're taking a lot of heat on account of that fish poisoning. The EOD is on it like a dog on a bone, and they will find out the truth eventually.
Bah, I don't believe it.
Daryl, I'm saying this only because you're a real stand-up guy and I respect you. Leave this place, forget about the EOD, or it will kill you.
Fine, fine. You've always been on the level with me. I'll leave.
Don't be a stranger, Daryl.
May the sea protect you, Mr. Reed. The sea protects.
I don't know what should happen now. And I'm also trying not to mess up with my saves. Let's make a third one. So what's up here now? There must be some guardians. That's 2 poison fish, right? These things are for poisoning. I don't want to poison anything, so I'll just loot around again. I don't see any guards. So what do we do? Last hope is to go downstairs and inspect what's happening there. Some changes? No, not really. Here is... well, nothing has changed. Well, now I'm genuinely puzzled. What can I possibly do? Don't want to poison fish. Let's see. The quest's name is Quid Pro Quo. I just want to Google. Maybe there are some peaceful options. Quid Pro Quo fish sinking city. That I did. The archive, George Cavendish. Cooperation with Cavendish. Zilos, filthy liar. 3 option. You can lie that you plan on helping him. You'll avoid fighting George. Attack George. Talk to him before you go to the storage. You need to get the 5 boxes of fish. Learn him about... Murdering Cavendish is one more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There are two options only, right? Just two. Just two options. Not three. Excellent. Well, at least we saved Daryl now. Daryl has fled the place. And touch fish inside. Well, I'll poison it. That's why the green light appears. Do you mean that you want to see what kind of things happen afterwards? Well, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I dosed the fish with ricin, and I think upon leaving the place, nobody wants to kill me, interestingly. No, I don't want... Well, I don't want to inspect what will happen afterwards, so let's load the game. At where? And now I don't know what is the point of the game I'm at. Probably before the conversation with Daryl. Let's check that. Poison, I agree on that. Yeah. So, is Daryl still there? No, he isn't. Why? Because I have poisoned the fish already? No. So why was that an autosave? After the conversation with Daryl, I guess. Okay, then... And... Yeah, I think it's exactly after the conversation with Daryl, because the box gave me something, and that means that I hadn't looted the boxes before I got that autosave, and so I can safely go to the fish market. So listen, hear me out. I'm going to go back to Anna and tell her about her husband. Why? Because her husband now had time to flee, if he has some brain. If he doesn't have any brain, it's his problem. That's like the basic survival mechanism, to have brains. And he will have time to understand that I fooled him, and he will run away. Also, because, well, I'm gonna proceed just 5 minutes later when
Fresh fish?
when the
Take as
cutscenes
much as you
all
need.
finish.
It won't cost you a penny.
Yeah. Now let's go to where she sent us to. And was that case book? I reported George Cavendish to Anna. Documents tag from the baby carriage, yeah. And Anna has asked me to contact a high-ranking member of EOD, an Innsmouther named Morris. I'll find him in the basement of the fish market. I'm to tell him she sent me. Right. We know we can't trust Anna, and so we have to be very careful. Oh, this one is a quest giver, by the way.
What are you selling, mister? I don't see any goods.
I offer what everyone in this Borg needs most. Safety and comfort. You a newcomer? Where are you staying?
The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Oh, old Victor always thinks so small. A man of your talents could earn his board 100 ways. Maybe you want some more spending money?
Okay.
And a job for a private eye, mister? I'm always up for a good side gig.
That's what I like to hear. I'm Walter. I need someone capable to take care of an issue on my property. Local fauna, if you know what I mean.
Real estate's a risky business. How'd you get into it?
All my life I was a common fisk trader. But I wanted more. I dreamed of being a landlord. A man who never works. So I scrimped and saved, and bought several houses.
Gonna rent 'em to the refugees and newcomers. And I have even greater plans.
Let me guess. You need a gun for hire. Or is there another task?
I need you to place these incense burners on the top floor of my properties to drive off the wild beasts. Take a photo for me as proof.
Smoke that repels wild beasts. Does that even work?
Of course it will. No doubt. I bought it from a friend I trust.
Well, okay. Just give me the address. See you later.
That's a new mission for us. Justin wrote, I'm currently a student of biblical languages. As a study, it has raised some real questions about the English language. You are an English teacher, yes? Do you teach secondary English learners? By secondary English learners, you mean people who... could you specify what you mean by secondary English learners? People who learn English as a second language, as their second language, or yeah, could you please specify? And by the way, a really interesting major that you have, biblical languages. Sounds really fun and really sophisticated. Yeah. Now, where's the entrance to the bottom part? English as a second language. Yeah, so absolutely. Well, there are very, I think, few cases where people learn English as their first language. It's normally it's like if you don't feel that your vocabulary is, well, fancy enough and you want to maybe talk about some rules, and maybe when people want to become teachers, they go to study some grammar of their own language, which happened with my colleagues at this CELTA course in Budapest. But yeah, mostly it's the second language, of course. And so, yeah, my students are Russian people, mostly. I think now only Russian people. And I used to teach for some short time in Africa. I told about that for 3 months. Those were refugees from different countries. But yeah, 5 years, maybe 6 years of my continuous experience was mostly linked to Russians. And so how can I help you if I can somehow? Where do I enter that place that Anna mentioned? Apparently not here. Let's walk around. Some octopus lying on the ground. I don't remember. I don't remember where you go downstairs. Okay, let's check the casebook. I'm giving up. In the basement of the fish market. In the basement of the fish market. Where is that basement? Don't see it. I'm probably just... Oh, sorry. There it is. Yeah, here we go. Now we can safely save the game and prepare our gun. What? Oh my god. Sorry guys, I missed 3 shots. But got 1 headshot. Well, actually 2. And then I was just too nervous. Yes, sorry to ask, but what are biblical languages? Well, yeah, that's an interesting question. We might have now some fancy conversation here. That was, I think, a first aid kit, and I think I want to administer a shot to get full health, and then loot that first aid kit. Perfect. Now, let's read what the casebook has. Note to Morris, kill him. A. A means Anna, I'm sure. Now we can loot around. Loot, look around. There's a fish symbol, some torturing instruments. Nothing here. Oh, there are 2 first aid kits. Wow, that's impressive. Can I maybe... No, doesn't look so. Right, I have to go back upstairs, I guess.
Hey, Mr. Reed.
Do I know you, buddy?
Not yet, but I know you. I also know you're looking for a particular lady. My name's Fred. You're looking for Professor Doe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped. I think we can help each other.
How do you mean? You know where she is?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not the same as let me just tell you everything.
Okay, the order?
What is this order you mentioned?
Yeah. You don't know, do you? EOD. It really stands for the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Dagon?
An old being from the depths of the sea. In books, they show him as a monstrous amphibian. The Innsmouthers worship him as a god. And of course, they make sacrifices to him. In blood.
Okay, go on.
Nothing's for free in this city, is it? Figures. Alright. Shoot.
You won't regret it. You've seen some of the city now, am I right? You've in England what's coming? I want out of the Order and the city before it hits. Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. Give the slightest hint of it, you've signed your death warrant. I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. And that's not an easy thing these days, my friend.
I've no idea how to help you with that.
Ain't you a detective? There are people in the city, smugglers, who know what to do. Find them. That's how you can help. See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper. A new ad every week, talking about Salvation Harbor. Maybe start there.
Alright, fine. I'll look into it. But your lead on the professor had better be worth it.
I know where they've got her. I can get you there. You just find me a way out fast, or I might be too dead to be any use to you.
Let's see. English has a great abundance of loan words. Many of these words come from languages that utilize grammatical concepts like these, like case endings and such. Eulogy, for example, is a combination of eu, which means good, and logos, which means word. This isn't transferred into English. How in the world can you keep up and learn the proper utilization of words, and these grammatical concepts are retained in the word but not in the language? I think I get what you mean. Biblical languages are Greek and Hebrew. It's the original language of the fathers of the Christian Church. Well, the question is, let me rephrase that. How can you properly use words if you don't understand their like morphemas, like if you don't understand what the prefix stands for, what the root originates from, and what the suffix is about, and how is the ending utilized. Languages are complex. I mean, they are like a melody to me, and so you learn with years to understand the melody. And there are, well, if we cannot say there are rules like set in stone. Yes, every language has a tremendous lot of exceptions and borrowed items, like you mentioned, and influences and dialects and so on and so forth. But there are tendencies, and they're in plenty. So a human who is, well, you know, people also have different levels of languages, right? So some people only need some slang and short words that are, well, very understandable, like the basis of any language. And then there could be a scientist who needs to understand everything, and this scientist definitely walks an extra mile to understand the usage of, well, the proper use of the word he wants to use. And in this case, you just learn more and more and more. It's like I spoke Russian, well, half of my life, and then as I got to the intermediate level of English, I now see how much of Russian, well, for example, language about economics or IT is borrowed from English and other languages, and now it gives me more understanding of Russian words that we have. And yes, at the same time, you are right that I'm sometimes a bit frustrated by Russian people who use English terminology without really understanding the implication of that terminology. So they just drill the word, but the context of the word is unknown to them, and the story, like it's, for example, about some management terminology or economics, and it's actually extremely interesting to know the background, and they lose so much in psychology. Well, English opens so many sources in psychology, and I've been listening to some Russian lectures in psychology, and they use a lot of English words just taken like that from English. Well, and English itself is not the foundational language, right? It's it itself is a mutant of many other languages, which I think makes it so charming, that it's so volatile and so flexible and so, well, changeable, and it demands certain levels of flexibility and ability to understand certain patterns of communication. So I think I'm not a linguist to answer professionally, of course. I just try to share my instant thoughts with you. So yeah, Oxy says, I hope I don't need to pay for witnessing this high educational conversation. You troll. No, you don't have to pay. I think I have to pay you for listening to this conversation. I mean, speaking metaphorically, I'm always, you know, that's actually an interesting question. When I have lessons with my students who are, you know, managers and IT guys and economists and designers and PhDs, and so people of real, like, high skill and knowledge and education and so on and so forth, and they tell you such stories, they tell you such things, they share what they know with you, because they have to talk, and they tell you everything they know, and and then you know, you find out about some books, some videos from them, and there is always this paradoxical feeling in me afterwards, like, who teaches who? Like, is it me who teaches them, or they are teaching me? And and in this model, it's not really clear who should pay, because maybe I should pay each my student money for them to come to me. But well, it is still the opposite way, and I can't really complain. Of course, I'm very thankful that my service is required. And I used to have this English club where it was free to come, and people didn't have to pay. And again, I was a lot of times thanked for the creation of the club and for its existence, but at the same time I learned so much about management, about teaching, about people, about, well, lots of things. And again, I don't know who should be more thankful and who should compensate who in this case. Probably it's about this cooperation. I just believe that if you have some spare time, you should think who made your life better and return the favor. Like, I'm streaming and I used to have this English club because in my life I've had a lot of free things that I got for nothing from my side, like that were just given to me for free, I mean. And I want to pay back my, well, maybe not that, but I feel kind of committed to return the favor, to do what's within my capacity in return. So yeah, just think I'm really thrilled to hear that my, well, spontaneous speech was insightful, as you say. Yeah, you know, if you ever watch me play strategic games, you are really welcome to come and talk there in detail about that, because it's sometimes a bit hard to play action games and talk about some profound aspects like you brought up, but in a strategy it's more meditative, and I can just set things on normal speed and let my, for example, colony surviving the aftermath build and then talk to you in detail about things. Yeah, so if you have questions like that or some leads for the conversation, you're welcome to present them anytime, even more so during some games that don't require some, you know, rapidly developing action. Yeah. Now, guys, I think we are witnessing the most gross scene in this game, where people are eating a body. Well, this one is a cake, of course, but still the fact that it resembles a body is really, well, gross, sick, horrendous, I don't know, abominable. And I wonder who this person is. Can I just... Yeah, thank you, guys. Oh, can I... Really? There are sounds like I'm actually stepping on a cake. Wonderful. Oh, that's the body of Albert. Not itself, of course, but yes, this one is an imitation of the late son of Mr. Throgmorton. I don't know how, like, how on earth he thought that this one is a nice idea, but yeah. This one is our dear policeman, the head of the police station. This guy is probably another relative of Mr. Throgmorton. And, well, can I try and shoot them? Guys, stop that. It's really doesn't behoove you. No. I'm trying hard, but in vain. Disturbing. Yeah, disturbing is also absolutely disturbing. I remember that for a lot of time after I played the game for the first time. So, let's report what we were supposed to report.
I know who's behind Professor Doe's kidnapping. It's an organization called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Most of them stick to the fish market, but they seem to have agents everywhere. Even the university.
I knew there was something fishy about the EOD, the den of those filthy Innsmouthers. I'll tear it to the ground.
Actually, most of the EOD members I met were locals. And for what it's worth, the only Innsmouther I spoke to was a nice guy. You ought to examine your prejudices.
Are you calling me a bigot, Reed?
Robert, listen. Something needs to change. You holding a grudge against Innsmouthers ain't making anything better for anyone. Those who fan the flames of hatred always end up burnt in the end.
They killed my son, for Kay's sake!
I know. But what did you do to prevent it? You made yourself their enemy instead of helping them. What did you expect would happen? You chose to brand them newcomers and leave them to suffer just like you did with me. The only difference is that I'm useful to you. No wonder desperate Innsmouthers would seek refuge from a radical organization like the EOD. They had nowhere else to turn.
I shall think about what you've said.
I will think that was what was written, and I shall think sounds different and more ponderous to be exact. And yeah, also I'm kind of surprised that Charles Reed decided to teach Mr. Throgmorton about racial discrimination and how to manage the city and everything, and even more surprised, close to astonished, that Mr. Throgmorton actually started to think about that and didn't just shoot Charles Reed on the spot. Right, about my task.
Back to business. I'll continue my search for Professor Doe. I have a promising lead. You have anything else to tell me?
Your task remains the same. Find Harriet and bring her back. You say we are dealing with an entire organization? Well, I have something for you that might help our cause should things take a turn. Now leave. I've heard enough from you.
Oxy, bon appetit. And I've finally got my shotgun with only 2 bullets possible per round. Not much. And it's fully stored, right? Oh, I can make a couple of bullets for my revolver. And I have a skill point that I'm gonna invest into my shotgun, I think. And then 1 point here, 3 more rifle rounds, and then 1 point here, 10 more submachine gun rounds. Let's read what the quest says. Fred told me he knows where the EOD is keeping Professor Harriet Doe, the leader of the lost expedition I'm seeking. He won't tell me the location until I arrange safe passage for him out of the city. He suggested using the local smuggling ring. He believes that the smugglers communicate secretly using advertisements for Salvation Harbor in the local newspaper. Most likely it's a new message each week. Right, so we have to go to the newspaper and inspect the advertisements there. Going to Coverside West, and I have to check the Salvation Harbor and advertisements and after the flood, I guess. That has to be the sequence. I remember on the reviews there were people who were complaining about running too much and that the archives were 3 different places, but I have no problems with that because it's actually fun. I mean, the environment is really, well, immersive and the music delivers, so no complaints here. Just looting around. Yeah, perfect. And now I began... Oh no, I actually have more than enough bullets for my rifle, for my future rifle. Was there somebody? Oh, it was my shadow. Yeah, I think it was my shadow. Look, has anything changed here? Not yet, not yet. But it definitely will, I remember that. Definitely will. let's talk to this lady at the counter, checking if something has been updated.
Stay safe.
No, not yet. Is this person spying on us? Hey, that's not how people read newspapers, you know? Yes, absolute. Oh, well, that's better. That's better. That looks more realistic. Thank you. Even if you're a spy, that was a good job. Then, period. After the flood, people... No, not people. Section advertisements and District Salvation Harbor. The time has come to send Toothless Bob on his final journey, this time to the Seven Oaks Bar at the crossroad of Calm Shore Street and Salvation Road in Western Salvation Harbor. Western Salvation Harbor. Seven Oaks Bar. Oh, Western, I'm sorry. Salvation, Calm Shore Street, and Salvation Road. So it's here. That's a long, long way to travel. I might go from Salvation Harbor north. Going back to the booth. Wow, that was really... Wow. Suggestive, that flop of his dress. Making his legs appear. Oh, hot moment in this cold city. Right, the booth, and now I'm going here. Successfully arrived, and now let's put the compass. Well, actually I didn't have to put the compass mark because I anyway have the symbol there. Oh, now what would this be? Interesting. What's inside? Nothing triggers, so I have to inspect it again. Casebook, Mystic Tomes, let's see. Salvation Harbor. Greenhaven, Reed Heights, Old Grove, Salvation Harbor, Old Church Road. No, this one is Moorland. So probably it's about letters from Oakmont. Fits or... No, it's not this one. Salvation Harbor. Then it's probably field research on Windheim Street, south of Polaris Road. No, not this one. Salvation Harbor. Oh, I think it's this one. Moorland Road between Higgs Lane. No, Higgs Lane is here, and Benevolent Tides are here, so is here, and it's not this quest either. Maybe it's something... Assigned reading. Shells. Reed Heights. Advent. And open houses, maybe this one. Coverside, Salvation Harbor. Is it the one? Eel Street and Castle Street. Apparently not. Well, again, it's not the place which I need. Terrible. I found so many interesting places already, and none of them are connected to monsters? No? Nobody? What's the place? Not marked on the map. weird. Oh, I think I might know what this is about, but definitely it's not. It's not for now. Let's place a mark, mystery, yeah, and go back to the quest. What are they doing again? Ah, another homeless bunch trying to get precious resources. Alright, alright. I just wish I hope I won't land somewhere near an infested area, but something tells me I will, unfortunately. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected. Some loot. Infested area is right in front of me. I don't really want to fight there. Can I? What if I just sail forward to the open waters? What will happen there? Will I be forced to go back? Will I not? Oh. I know this symbol, right? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Definitely this is a place to remember. I'll mark it with... I won't mark it actually, because that's kind of obvious that something has to be here. So you know what? Let's sail to here and then turn right. I'm not in the mood to fight monsters. I want to proceed with the mission, because monsters will eventually find me, and very soon. Just contemplating the environment. How bold do you have to be to fish here? Just sitting like that. You have to be confident in your safety and everything else. What? Excuse me, sir. Now this is something new. What is that? That's golden. I'll have to remember the timestamp and... Hey! Where do you go? Right, I have to remember the timestamp and just make a clip out of that for YouTube, because it's just, well, precious. Yeah. I'm glad it happened to me. I hope you saw that, guys. Now, I've safely arrived to the bar. Yeah, just think, exactly. Now, I'm here. Let's save the game. Some harmonica. Police officer. Can I talk to the police?
It's you, the man who made the boss blow a gasket. Caleb never thought a newcomer would make him look such a fool to Mr. Throgmorton.
It's not my fault you guys didn't check the warehouse.
I know. No hard feelings, pal. Impressive work finding the killer. Maybe you can help me with another one. The name's Sam Shaw. Take your drink and let's talk.
Didn't I hear something about a prohibition?
Of course. This place merely sells juice. Old fermented grape juice. A tonic for your health. So, how about that business?
Yeah, don't work for free.
We can talk, but I don't work for free.
I know. Still, the task is simple, so I can't offer a lot. I just need a few photos of crime scenes. What do you say?
Why can't you do it?
You're the police officer. Why can't you take the photos yourself?
The case has fell to other detectives, but they've let them slip through the cracks. I can't go behind the backs, but An outsider?
Tell me where to find the bodies.
Here are 3 file cards with names and addresses. Bring me photos of the victims, then I can start to get this moving again. I'll be waiting upstairs for those 3 photos. Please, try to be discreet in this matter.
Take care.
More quest. As soon as I get my rifle, guys, I'll do my job completing all the side quests possible, but now I need a rifle, so the main quest is most important. Yeah, I'm looking to leave the city.
A little bird told me there are people in Oakmont who can help me leave town.
Maybe, maybe not. What makes you think I know anything?
I came for Toothless Bob's wake. What?
I've heard they're having a wake for Toothless Bob here.
That may be true, but I don't know you from Adam. Prove you ain't some gumshoe.
I can do a favor, maybe?
Actions speak louder than words. Maybe I can prove myself by helping you out with something. Solving problems is my specialty.
Okay. What about a little favor? Nothing fancy, don't worry. I expected a package to be delivered ages ago, but the courier still hasn't shown. Find out what's taking him so long. Here's the address.
Got it.
One more thing. If you don't find him, bring the package back, will ya? It's a crate full of the water of life, if you catch my drift.
Bye.
Now I have this quest. I just need to look around quickly, seeing what this place harbors. But looks that there's nothing special here. Police officer will be standing here next time I arrive. With the quest completed. I wish I could take these weapons, but well, actually I don't need them. Some photos, or what are they? Anyway, there is nothing to loot. No chests, no crates, nothing. So we are setting about the mission. And let's see where it is. The bartender can arrange a meeting with the smugglers in return for finding out what happened to his courier. The courier went missing after visiting a house on Levy Coffin Avenue, not far from the crossroad with Marsh Avenue in western Grimhaven Bay. The bartender also asked me to fetch a crate containing the water of life from the house if I have time. Right, and that is to be West Greenhaven Bay, not far from the crossroad with Marsh Avenue. Western Levy Coffin, Marsh Avenue, not far from here. Okay, got it. I'm gonna use the fast travel point, and on my way I'll have a chat with the guy who gave us the quest about some captain and the log journal. How convenient. Now, where is he standing? Yeah, here we go. Hey man.
Good news. I got the ship log of the Pride safe and sound.
Let me see. Yes. The last page is exactly what I need. Good job, Reed.
I expect the pay to be just as good.
Sure. Take this. And I have 2 more tasks for a man as capable as you are.
Find more ships. I wouldn't pass up the extra dollars or bullets.
These next ones won't be so easy. But you showed yourself a capable and trustworthy man. So prepare your guns. It might get hot. I've bought 2 more ships, Red Queen and Skylark. Both are troublesome.
The Red Queen. Sounds nice. What happened to Her Majesty?
You won't say that when you see it. It crashed near the asylum and, something happened to it. Made me shiver. Even when I saw it from afar.
Well, where do you think the Skylark flies?
I only have a guess. You see, it was no ordinary ship. Cargo on it? Well, it was under prohibition, if you know what I mean.
You think the smugglers got it?
I saw a box with the ship's name. Some hobo was burning it for warmth. For a bullet, he told me he found it near the old Wharf Street harbor.
I'll get started, Vince. Soon the logs will be yours.
I'll be waiting here. We newcomers should stick together around these parts.
Well, it's, you see, first of all, I got bullets for a shotgun and for a rifle. The problem is that I don't have a rifle, and even if I had, my inventory is already full of rifle bullets and full of shotgun bullets. And that means that the two skills that are No Charity and Silver Tongue are completely useless. Like, you don't get inventory from the quests because every time they want to reward you, if you're some inventory maniac like me, you always have it, well, to the fullest possible, and you don't rely on some random rewards which are not controllable. So I wish the creators of the game had something different. I wish they did, because the ones that they provided me with, the two skills are, well, I can't imagine where on earth you might find them handy. Hey, what's up?
You look tense, honey. You need to let loose.
What? That's something to forget. Ideally next second. Right. Where is fast travel point? Has to be somewhere here. Just, yeah, there it is. Together with an infested area. Somewhere to my right. And also there is the map marker, which is quite unfortunate. But I think I'll manage. So nice. And now I have to go to the infested area. And yeah, that's inconvenient. Can I crawl? No, I cannot. No, I'll have to deal with them from the distance. I hope those are not immortals. Are those immortals? No, thankfully not. Missed. Loser. Oh, no, this one didn't miss. I already. No, it's not an immortal. Why doesn't it die? Finally. Now, two. Am I hitting it? I'm not sure. I don't want to spend my... Oh my god, oh my god. It's a monster that makes me hallucinate. Why? Stop. Read. Read. Please. Let's take antipsychotics. I'll go and dispatch it with my shovel. Come here, monster. Finally. So, lootables. Where is the entrance to that freaking... yeah, there. Don't you dare read. Somewhere here. Oh, no. More monsters. Let's climb somewhere and defend ourselves. No, don't fall, please. Well, actually, those are not very difficult to kill. What I'll do is... get out. Get away from me, you beast. One more. Perfect. And some more. 1, 3. What's that? What was that? Ah, they don't attack, they just hide everything in this freaking smoke. Come back, you filthy animal. So sturdy. I have to heal up. Now, where's the entrance? Where is the freaking entrance? Is it this one? Please let it be this one. No, it's not. Save the game. Where is the warehouse I was told about? Okay, I'll make one more. Firebomb. Hand grenade. No, I cannot make it anymore. More bullets. Loot again. Where is the door? The hell? Maybe here. This one? Nope. I'm running the wrong way, I think, but let's loot the car, at least. Aren't losing anything. So, apparently it has to be somewhere here. Oh my god. I know what that is. Grenades. Why didn't it explode? Alright. We're good, guys. Still alive and kicking. And that's why I have my Tommy gun. To the fullest possible. Now the question is, where is the entrance to this freaking warehouse? And in this game, unfortunately, the right button of your mouse doesn't always respond properly. Maybe it's my fault, maybe it's not, but that just happens. And then grenades don't fly, things don't shoot. I hope I killed everything I could. Oh, that was actually a poem. Nice. A door here? No. I'm still running circles. I hate that. Not far from... Hate it. Thank you for... Timing for my dino was strange. Why was it strange? Too late? Too early? Can I maybe make more hidden stuff? Yes, I can. More revolver. Alcohol, coil springs. Okay, let's calm down and think. Where could be that damn door? If it is here, I'll really hate everything. If it is not in the infested area. Actually, it could be. Not far from the... No, it's Grimshaven Bay. So it has to be here. At least monsters don't attack us anymore. For now, at least. Could it be here? I see. No. that's not the place we were looking for. Charles, could you please stop your misbehavior and... I don't see anything. Maybe here? Mm-mm. Couldn't be. Oh, nice. Well, I'm going very far from where I'm supposed to be. Right, so this one is the crossroad, right? Yes. So either to the left or to the right. To the left, nothing. Then to the right. Maybe this door. But I tried it. Doesn't open. Seafood. Maybe somewhere here. No, no, nope. This is the place where I was blocked by the monster. Brush? What brush? Is it Bounty of the Sea? Really? Oh, no, no, no. It's Fool's Gold? No. I don't know what kind of brush I've just found, but well, and this one is some more loot and nothing like what I need. Strange, because came in the moment while Throckmorton served. So yeah, maybe not the most appetizing background for your dinner. Maybe it's here. No. Apparently not. I don't know. I can't imagine that I had so many problems with this quest when I was playing it for the first time. Not far from the crossroad. Levy coffin. Then it's probably actually there. Well, look guys, if it is really that way, and I was fighting with all those monsters for nothing, and I was really fighting for nothing. Wow, at least I got a lot of experience, killed a huge monster point blank, and well, yeah, should be proud of myself, I guess. I'm nearing the next level where I'll have more bullets for my Tommy gun. Let's reload everything just in case another fun show starts. Yeah, at least some action for the stream. And I think I can craft some more. What, by the way? Tommy gun. Let's not craft shotgun bullets because I think I'll find some here. And let's have something to shoot with. I'm expecting monsters to fall on my head. Don't know how many times I have saved already. What's inside? Revolver, gunpowder. So we have to use our revolver and a pistol. See? Can I go down? I absolutely can, so let's do that. Oh, what's here? Gunpowder, shell castings.
Left by something heavy with wheels.
Shell castings. voices.
The blood's almost dry.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen ashes like this before. Well, that's one way to get rid of a corpse.
Mm.
Empty, but reeks of gasoline.
Mm-hmm. So the person was burnt. Gunpowder. Will I fight with anyone here? Whiskey crate. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Monsters. Where did they come from? How do I miss all the time? Have to steady my hand. Any more? There have to be more. Maybe it was the spirit of the dead man. The one that got burned. Right. I'm going to inspect what happened here. Whoa.
Drock! Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a stupid way? No mercy, boys. He's been asking for this. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
And there was one more, I think. Where? There was one more. This one?
You're done, kid. Someone talks to the cops behind my back. Their history. Get him, boys.
Time to figure this out.
Okay, so probably this one is the first.
Drock! Whose
The
idea
first,
was...
the second,
You're done, kid.
third,
No mercy,
and the
boys.
fourth.
Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
Someone was looking for a crate here and was brutally killed. The crew that did it were headed up by a guy in a wheelchair.
That amen. People will fight about what team in Counter-Strike will have you. Oh, Cox. You don't have to be that cruel. I know I'm not good yet, but I'll be there. I'm blushing now. So, yeah, I'm missing a lot, I know, but I'll improve. Maybe it's about my mouse sensitivity, maybe it's, well, mostly it's about my hand, I'm sure. And now, revolver is full. Let's see what the upstairs has. What's happened here? Anything to loot? This gunpowder. Some weapons. Gunpowder again. Alcohol. Can I make? Yeah, should I think make a first aid kit and then craft one more, and that way I'll get alcohol. Yeah, perfect. Use shotguns, it will hit something for sure. Well, shotguns, well actually I remember I wasn't that bad shooting monsters here in this game, so I'll just improve with time. And shotgun is so I think pistol here is for people or for like times when everything finished, when you ran out of everything else. Revolver is good for headshots on some clear monsters, like the ones that have protruding parts that you have to hit. Shotguns and the Tommy gun, they are for close-up fights when something is already on your head and you have to dispatch that something really rapidly, otherwise you are a dead man. So I shouldn't touch the shotgun unless I have good reasons for that. And yeah, I just had some crazy fights. Well, you probably did as well, and you remember that sometimes things get really messy and you have to have some reliable weapon. and a shotgun is something to go to, especially when you get this update on shotguns and you can shoot 4 rounds instead of 2. 2 bullets in 1 round is the standard, and 4 bullets is the update. Now, what are they doing? Looting, guys, looting. But I have to make you disappointed. In this game, you cannot loot because they don't have anything. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, you too. Leave him. Leave him be. Let police work. Now, this one looks suspicious. Anything here? No, not really. Okay, where is the fast travel point now? I have to go through the infested area, but I think I've had enough of those monsters, so I'll just go on foot through safe areas, I hope. Revolver, the Widowmaker, best value at the best price. Oh, look, another Hollywood bunch. Yeah, again, they are only imitating. Really well done, guys, really well done. Almost believed you. And this one? What is happening? What? What? What is he doing? I think that was a cutscene, but unfortunately the game didn't load it properly. Not the cutscene, but some interesting animation, and the game slaughtered it due to some glitches, and that's quite unfortunate. Any game where I can use shotguns, I use that every time. I see. You just like shotguns. Well, I cannot say that it's my favorite weapon. Sorry. That's why yeah, I don't think it's my favorite. And which is my favorite? I don't know. Maybe... Well, Tommy gun is fun, but I think the rifle. The rifle is my favorite here. The booth. Traveling to the bar. Read above, post the reasons. I don't really get your last 2 messages. Read above, post the reasons. What's that? A massive golden brooch weighed down by milky pearls. Rarities. Deep one's gold. Interesting. Now, my post. Okay. I missed that. I'm sorry. Well, I use shotguns and improve that first. I'm bad at aiming also. I see. Yeah, got it. I got it. You know, I actually like aiming. I mean, I would love to become a better sniper in life and in games, of course. So yeah, I'd like to improve, and we'll be doing this in this game. I just, well, you know, I'm not sitting really comfortably, I must say. Maybe I should think about it. So I found your courier. I brought the crate. Well, let's report everything.
Well, I found your courier. I hate to break it to you, but he's dead. Someone didn't like him talking to the cops, and, well, they made it pretty savage.
What? Okay, I'm dead. He might think I was in on it.
He? Who's he?
The boss.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Nay, I'll handle it. But take my advice. The boss is the only man who can arrange a bon voyage. Don't do anything to make him unhappy. There, on newcomer. Here's the note with your instructions. Beyond that, you're on your own.
Okay, thanks. Here's your water of life.
Shh, keep it down, pal. Not too shabby, newcomer. You deserve a reward for this.
Bye.
I got some rounds for my revolver, but that doesn't help because it's already full. Now, the courier was brutally murdered, apparently while looking for a crate hidden behind the wall. His killers were led by a man in a wheelchair. It appears he was murdered for cooperating with the police. The bartender can arrange a meeting with the smugglers in return for finding out what happened to his courier. Well, that we did. And now, Rendezvous Point, an alley on Windmill Avenue between Octopus Avenue and Skipper Road, Southern Salvation Harbor. Question: what does one do with a dog? Answer: the dog is rabid, so it must be killed. Alright. Mind Palace. So, place it on the map. Southern Salvation Harbor, Windmill Avenue, and between Octopus and Skipper Road. Octopus Avenue? So, here. I have to go there. Right, there is a boat nearby. I played Metro games and Fallouts, all with shotguns, most of time close and personal and no misses. It's my style. Well, if it works, if it's deadly enough, why should you give it up? I understand why. You keep to that tactics. But I think that's exactly what my... what's opposite to my standard, maybe I should say. Like, I only used shotguns if I wanted to sow death in the streets, like when I wanted to exactly exterminate as many people and creatures in games as possible in the most spectacular way, but usually that wasn't the case, and I prefer shooting from the distance, especially from some far away distance. And yeah, shotgun is brutal, and I actually have been noticing some kind of softening myself. I mean, I don't really enjoy killing in games as much as in past, and that probably doesn't include GTA. But even now, I'm not really sure about streaming that. Like, how would that look? And I was talking about that to some people, and they said, well, that's a game, you shouldn't be really obsessed about how it looks. So I wonder what you think. Like, if I played something like GTA, where you're supposed to go insane in the streets by the game's kind of standards, does it look fine when you see that on a stream? Well, you know, game World of Tanks. Well, I see. On hard difficulty, I never use snipers in games, or rarely. I don't like that playstyle. Well, yeah, I like snipers. I don't know. In Counter-Strike, I remember I always went with what was that, B46. And World of Tanks is infamous in Russia. I mean, a lot of people in their 30s and 40s play that. Families are ruined because of this World of Tanks thing, but myself, I've never played it. I cannot say I'm really into modern warfare. I'm more like fantasy, noir, like The Sinking City, and yeah, not something like modern setting or futuristic setting. Mostly fantasy and medieval, strategic games. Yeah. Where am I to look for this place that the barman told me about? Should be this place.
Hey fella, what do you do when you see a dog? Pet it or kick it away?
Kill it because the dog is rabid.
I'd kill it because the dog's rabid.
Right you are. You're a new one, huh? Comodos.
Okay, lead the way.
Just take me to your boss.
Yeah, I have a moment to answer the question. Family is ruined truly, and then I only played World of Tanks with 150mm gun on KV, nothing else. I don't like GTA games. Oh, that's interesting, Oxy. Why don't you like GTA games, I wonder? Like GTA 4 with Nico Bellic is very close to the Sinking City in the style and visuals. Just think about families ruined. The reason is that, well, it's of course it's like a half joke. I mean, man would play and pay no attention to family, no attention to their partner, and well, get too excited and about the game exactly. Well, I mean, a lot of games become that, like time killers and like almost an obsession, an addiction. Also, I think World of Tanks has this in-game payment system. I'm not sure, I don't want to lie, but probably like some family money goes there. Well, it was mostly a joke about ruining families, but you know, if there is a person who has an addiction that is not shared by the second person, by his or her partner, normally that leads to some, at least, conflicts. Now, mindless killing where you almost godlike and attachable is game I don't play. Ah, so that's exactly what my point was. Like, it seems that you won't really enjoy watching that kind of stuff. Yeah. Now?
I'd have broken all your bones, fella, if Papa Brute hadn't put you off limits. Start something, I'll end it.
Mm-hmm. And you?
Just calm down. No need for violence.
Point that at me again, and I'll stick it where the sun don't shine.
Is it the captain of our ship? Really? Wow. And this lady? Who is she?
How you doing, handsome?
Well, better than you, apparently.
Touch one hair on my head, and Papa Brute will kill you.
Right, got you.
Who are you, and what the drock do you want? Let's be quick about it, kid. I don't have the whole damn day.
I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Heard you can help with, certain things.
So you want a favor from me, Mr. Reed. And what would that be?
I want to smuggle a man out of the city.
Yeah, a lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever succeed. It won't be easy. And, like everything in life that's worthwhile, it won't be cheap.
So, what's it gonna cost me?
Normally, I wouldn't do drock for a newcomer. But you're doing business with that old ape lover Throgmorton. I think that's interesting. That tells me you're worth something, kid. Now, I have a job needs doing, but it needs to stay between the two of us.
Mm-hmm. Between the two of us, especially that we are surrounded by people. Let me read the messages. My favs are challenging games like Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate, and survival games. Only shooter I really liked is Stalker, and it's greatest shooter I've... I see your point. You want to roleplay, you want some complexity, I guess, and yeah, so RPGs and survival games, that makes sense. Well, you know, I used to play many games, like, I would say I have a career in gaming, that's why I'm streaming, basically. I have, well, several careers, like toxic relationship, gaming, English, teaching, reading books. So while I'm trying to take advantage of all of them, yeah, RPG elements and third-person shooters. Understood, understood. Do you ever play strategic games? I don't really remember. Yeah, and Justin, I'm glad that I, well, provided you with a decent answer there. But if you have any more questions, please do ask. Now, back to the conversation with this man in a beautiful suit. What if I don't like the job?
I'm fine with doing a job for you, but is this gonna be on the up and up? I've got a reputation to think about.
If you're here, kid, then I can't imagine you have a boatload of options. Don't want to do the job for me? Then get lost, and be glad you're still breathing.
Okay.
Guess I have no choice. So, what do I need to do?
First things first. My name's Brutus Carpenter, rightful head of the Carpenter family. Second thing, someone tried to kill me a week ago.
You're not asking me to track them down and kill them, are you?
No, kid. I've got hatchet men if I need them. And I don't want to kill them anyway. I just want to know who was gunning for me and why. Yeah, I know how it sounds. But after I almost died, I realized that being a hard case isn't the only option. I want to try to do things differently.
Oh, I remember this mission partly. I don't remember the specifics, but there was something really, really muddy here. Really like smoke and mirrors, like the one that we are looking at now. So you don't want to kill the assassin?
I wasn't expecting mercy from a crime boss. So, what's the catch?
It's not a trick, kid. I couldn't give a damn what you think about me. When you're at death's door, it makes you reassess your priorities.
All right, color me interested. How did this all happen?
I woke up in the crematorium inside a rolled-up carpet. I had this tag on my toe like some cadaver. And I was covered in this weird rancid slime. I managed to get myself out of there. But what I saw once I got home made me think I had a screw loose.
And? What did you see?
Me, kid. Some palooka wearing my face and walking out my front door like all was well with the world. So I decided to get out and hole up here. Gathered a small company and pulled myself together.
What do you remember before waking up?
What was your last memory before the crematorium?
I can remember clearly a dinner I had a week before the incident. After that, yeah, only bits and pieces. I remember writing something in my diary. I don't recall what, except it was important. Those notes could tell us how it all started.
And I suppose that diary's still in your manor.
Exactly, kid. In a strongbox in my room. You have my permission to crack it if it's necessary. I'll write you the address.
Oxy writes, I like turn-based strategic games like Expedition Conquistadors or Jagged Alliance games, but real-time strategy is stressful and not for me. I don't like those. Also, I love Total War series. Right, I haven't played the first two games you mentioned, although TBS games, like turn-based strategic games, I've played a lot, including Total War, Civilization, of course, all the parts except the 6th because of the cartoonish visuals. Speaking of RTS, I'm fine with RTS if it is something economical, like a sandbox thing. If it is something with military, I, well, failed to control everything. And when enemies come and destroy the base that I have lovingly constructed, that, well, shatters my heart and I don't want to play anymore. I had this with Stronghold, like I was meticulously building a castle and then some freaking scorpion or some wolf or what the like that Richard or any other emperor or crusader came with catapults and tried to destroy my towers and walls that I that I had constructed with precious stone, money. That was really, well, I know that was a military game, but I mostly played sandbox in Stronghold. Tried to, or just played for fun. Tried to abuse the mechanics, like making a lot of oil fields in my alliance, in my allies' castle and burning it. So I was basically trolling my allies there, and then eliminated enemies with some hoarded horseback archers, horseman archers. Controlling all those in real life is not fun for me. I'm slow on keyboard. Well, competitive games are, well, I would say a niche, like Dota, Warcraft. I watch a lot of cybersport there, and well, that's, I think, more fun to watch than play. Sometimes, well, Warcraft I played a lot, and not competitively, not with, mostly with AI, and so yeah, I get what you mean, absolutely.
You must have tried to do something about this imposter already.
Of course I did, kid. I wouldn't be asking for your help if this was just a walk in the park. My people said they killed that other me. It didn't change a thing. I guess they got the wrong guy.
Any thoughts on who'd want to do this to you?
It must be someone close to me, so I can't trust anyone. I haven't even contacted my son Graham. Normally I'd get him to solve this. I'm vulnerable now. I can't risk exposing myself. Another good reason to bring in an independent contractor.
So where would I find the city's crematorium?
Of course you don't know. You're a newcomer after all. Here's the address.
I got it. It appears you're quite capable of standing without aid. So why the wheelchair?
Does your curiosity always beat out your courtesy? I'll tell you if it makes you happy. I'm old. Some days I feel tired. This wheelchair, unlike many people, has never crossed me. So I know I can count on it if I need to.
You mentioned your son, Graham. Can you tell me more about him?
Graham? Why would you care? He has nothing to do with this.
You sound pretty sure about that.
Of course. Graham is too honest. And since the end of the war, he turned into a real bleeding heart. It's become a bit of a headache, actually. Of course, we've had our differences, especially about the family business, but he would never hurt a fly, let alone me.
Goodbye.
Why key evidence? Why not all evidence, I wonder? Imagine Cossacks in multiplayer, it is nightmare. Yes, Cossacks... No, Cossacks and Age of Empires, those games were always charmingly beautiful in terms of, you know, these isometric strategic buildings and barracks and farms and everything. But when I saw those hundreds of warriors and you had to control them all, and I don't actually believe there is... Well, okay, it's of course, it's about tastes, and I didn't really enjoy that. I never even tried that, never wanted to try that, because it was outright insane to me to control hundreds of warriors that hack and slash each other near the river, and like you build them and build them and build them for hours, and then they all die in an instant, like less than a minute. And so what's the point of that whole, like, where is the fun? But I guess that's again about tastes, nothing else. And Mordheim City of the Damned is the last game where I felt, wow, this is great. That was in 2016. I haven't played and haven't even heard of this Mordheim City of the Damned. Let me check that. And I also wanted to say, guys, that I think I'll be finishing now. Just I'll answer the last messages and call it a stream, because it's 10 o'clock here, 10 p.m. or 22 and I'll have to go to the shop before I go to bed, and again, lessons tomorrow. Mordheim, what's the genre? It's Games Workshop's called Tabletop. It's a tabletop game. Turn-based third person, I see. Well, just Google said that it's an adaptation of something that was, yeah, for a long time only a tabletop game. I get you. I'll have a look. It's interesting to be in the context. And with this said, guys, I think I'll be finishing. Next to this wonderful table with cards, bottles of some liquids and knife. Yeah, this exact location inspired me to take a photo. I actually might show you this photo, I think. Just give me a second. I need to play with my OBS. I think I have it on my laptop. That shot that I made one summer day back in Krasnoyarsk. Maybe I deleted that, not liking the quality. Maybe I did not. No, I think I really didn't like it, and so I just removed it from my disk. Yeah. Yeah, I did delete it, unfortunately. Well, I can show you something similar, at least. Well, actually, no, you haven't come for some photo session, right? Some photo presentation, and I don't think it's really relevant. Yeah. So I'll be. So many rules. Grim Darkness, my favorite. Watch Wartime City of the Damned gameplay, 12 minutes, and tell me what you think for next stream. Thank you for homework, Oxy. That's nice. That's nice to have homework from my streams, and I'll do it. I try to always do my homework, which my students give me, to watch something, to read something, to think about something. Yeah. And with this said, thank you very much, guys, for coming. I appreciate. Let's save the game, and I'll be streaming next time. Don't know when. Could be that tomorrow. Could be. The chance is 50-50. If not, then it's next week. And yeah, Justin, thank you very much. Oxy, thank you a lot. Take care. Until next time. Hello to YouTube, and cheers.